Hello, everyone. Just so you know, I'm still being talked shit to in my head. They're using my full name, and he's not from Washington State. He's from Oregon or Arizona. They're sitting here saying, like, you're not this or you're not that anymore in here. First of all, I'm not in here, okay? There are people in here with either my motherfucking reflection down here, because they put them through my eyes and they gave me a sidewinder, okay? Right, as my reflection. So when this pretty girl is over here dancing all sexy or whatever on her YouTube channel in the upper echelon, they see the sexy girl. But these people see Tiffany fat with her spots out. Or maybe it's not even Tiffany fat with her spots out. Maybe it's Tiffany skinny when they first scanned her in and she redlined over at Carol's 2 years ago. You know, when she has 6 teeth up top or whatever. Either way, it could be either one. But the point is he's literally sitting here like, you're not that anymore, saying my whole name to disrespect Tiffany Brooks Browning on the ground. The one who, by the way, remember your little M case yesterday? You know, your mole case? You know, M&R case with SNA that you guys keep trying to use my name in? First of all, I'm not a dude up here doing porn. I'm not up there pinging off kids. I'm not up there being inappropriate. I'm down here with the UE fixing my daughter and my relationships for what you guys fucking sent to CPS. Not me. I didn't fucking send no fucking CPS report except a pimp slap video with these women in my body bawling their eyes out because of what the same motherfucker was saying. He was seeing right in his face. I'm seeing it right in front of me. I'm all, you gonna keep saying that to Tiffany Brooks Browning on the ground, bully? Huh? The one who's not in here and can't see what you're looking at but knows she's innocent? Right. Well, you're not Universal Bureau of Intelligence. You're something different, okay? Yeah. No, we're not. There's FBI, which is Federal Bureau of Investigation, and then there's CIA, which is Central, whatever it isn't. Okay, I think it's Central. But anyways, what I have is something different. Yeah, universal, because we span universes, okay? Universes, like, I don't know, other countries and different things like that. Like, I don't know, smarter ones like Japan and Sweden in the technologies department. Okay, here's the thing. I'm calling you out, okay? I'm calling you the F out. I don't mean to be disrespectful, all right? But I'm not guilty of nothing on the ground, M-wordy at all. They just came over here this morning from the FBI and said, at least they said they were FBI, they said, we have officially brain mapped everybody. We put a Tiffany's UBI number helmet on so that they can read their subconscious brain, right? And went up to the people that were accused of things in here, including Tiffany's body up here that they used illegally, and they were like, yo, did you ever do this? Did you do this M&R cases with SNA from real life on the ground or in here? None of them had a guilty conscience of doing it on the ground whatsoever, just in here to set somebody else up to get it off them because of what it looks like when it comes down on a timeline. And it literally is like, something happened last night, right? Yeah. And so somebody comes down here using my full name saying we're charging her with this. I'm all, excuse me, motherfucker? You ain't charging me with nothing. What did you do? Pull Saray and Coda Bear up there while they're playing drums and the guitar at Sal Tony's? Are you using them for Life Force? What did they do? Get beat up when Scrappy beat his bitch up? That's not Tiffany beating those kids up, punk ass bitch. That's not Tiffany hurting nobody on the ground as a human being. That's you wearing my name code or my reflection down here to get away with what you're getting away with to get my motherfucking money. Yeah, but that's just it. That's why they think they're so tight. They're like, oh, well, we're human beings on the ground. And on the ground where Tiffany's at, we have no idea what we do in here. Right. But that guy that's talking shit to Tiffany down here or her name, he's supposed to have a helmet on like Tiffany does so that somebody else like Celeste can read his subconscious brain. So that she can go tell them to be like, no, Tiffany's innocent. Whatever you're looking at ain't the truth. Okay, it ain't the truth. We've been sitting with Tiffany virtually for 3 years since the drone sent her bodies and since they were bawling their eyes out because they already knew what they were going to do to Tiffany to set her up to get it off Katrina Hayward, LaShawn Clumpett, Anton Hyde, Amanda Tessie, Mikey Allen, and all them doing porn. Whatever it is. Okay? Whatever it was, they didn't know I was a mom. They were bawling with me when it came time to get disconnected because they basically got off their charges in here because of me sticking up for them, saying, didn't none of those people hurt nobody like that, man. They're not those kinds of people. Like, they might do crack, they might be fucking scandalous or whatever, but they're not like that. Like, they're not that kind of person. And I did stand up. I did have a UE member wearing my body, in my body, predisposed court cases, talking to a judge, them asking me about a Mikey Allen, not a Mikey Price, a Mikey Allen, if he had ever killed anybody, if he had robbed anybody. They also asked me about LaShawn Clempitt, and I stood up for both of them. I was like, no, man. I was like, I don't think so. As far as I know, they're good people. Like, they might have done drugs or whatever, but I've never heard or seen or nothing. I've never heard of them hurting nobody, ever, in real life. Well, the next thing you know, it's up here, man. It's up here in Carol Browning's Google account. Getting off topic. It's up here in Carol Browning's Google account where I'm standing in her kitchen. My mom is recording me, right? And I got mud flaps all over my face because I stood outside in the sun, and like my vitiligo got really, really dark and I look horrible, right? And I'm standing, I'm like, so I've been set up like for murder, and I don't really know. And there's a bunch of other videos on my Tiffany Browning something, one of my Gmail accounts, a bunch of them, me at nighttime walking around the house talking la 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 until somebody says out of my mouth, big voice, this guy says, stop the tape. Because I'm jumping timelines up here or whatever to get those, because I stuck up for Mike Allen not being a killer or a robber. But it was such a big case, like a scary, super scary case. I stuck up for him, and they're like, oh, well, you stuck up for him. Now they're going to fall on you. I'm all, wait, what? Now I'm the murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? So I'm sitting here sticking up for people, vouching for people on the ground as a UE associate, because there's not anybody else like Tiffany on the ground. Yeah, but I have a clean hair follicle test, motherfucker, for 3 years. 3 months. And they don't. The only one up here who doesn't is the one that helped them move it from you to somebody else. Okay? Yeah, everybody who was accused of what you said last night and a few weeks ago and another few weeks ago all have dirty hair follicle tests, period. And then once again, okay, so June 16th-ish is when Katrina told me, she's like, I was told to say UE. I was like, cool, yay. All right, so I went and saw Katrina instead of going to see my baby girl. We might have smoked some pot or whatever, or Manitesi on my birthday, because those are the only two people that would come see me or pick me up. My clean and sober friends wouldn't, because you guys are too busy writing in some stupid ass shit on Facebook, like I just killed somebody, will you pick me up? Or I have a CPS case I've been falsely accused of, will you come pick me up? Or I need to go buy some drugs, will you pick me up? I didn't fucking say any of that shit to my friends. They did up here, and that's your fucking fault for letting that shit happen. I already turned this into the FBI. I already turned this into FBI. I already turned this into DA. I turned this into everybody. So where the fuck is this motherfucker coming from saying my fucking name out loud? Tiffany Brooks Browning, you're blah, 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 right in front of me? Excuse me? I'm pretty sure I saw you doing it right in front of me too, right there. Trying to move it to somebody different. Why are they pinging off kids? I'm on my fucking YouTube channel every single fucking day because of what they said happened the year before when I was with Anthony Ciaz. Right. So there's a hotel situation where he made me get naked, and yeah, it's going to go ahead and be out loud. Okay, fuck it. He made me get naked, but there's a blanket over us, right? Okay, that was at the end of summer not this year, but last year, not 2024, 2023. Okay, there's a time here at my house where I had a see-through black shirt on, right? And I smelled balls or whatever. There's a time in the tent on the 4th of July, once again, not 2024, but 2023. And then there's the hand job thing where when I called him out about not giving me my money for my car and giving it to Taylor instead, or whoever it wasn't, he jacked my fucking laptop, he stole my phone, and he made me take an Uber out to where he was at the bed and breakfast to give him a something sexual out loud hand job or whatever, just to get it back. And he still didn't give me the car that he told my mom on her text messages, check the messages. He's like, I got Tiffany a car, blah, 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 because he's supposed to get me a car, or you guys were supposed to give me the money for a car. But you guys couldn't give Tiffany the money on the ground because you're too busy giving the money to yourself or whoever the hell you're synergized to. Like, this is so annoying. You're stupid. You're dumb. Not you, but them. What's his name? Okay, what state is he from? He's not from Washington, right? So why the fuck is he over here trying to influence my Secret Service, my FBI, my CIA people, my DEA people? Why? Because he doesn't want to lose his job? What? Right chain adjustment. So it's going to be the left side for that one. Yeah, but who they're looking at is either a reflection of me down here on the ground or somebody different. Dude, everything you're saying is this year. You're just now reporting this? You're just now reporting what? That I beat up some kid? Again? With my name on? I didn't beat up no fucking kid. I'm not Johnny Cuppy beating up my fucking girlfriend that has kids attached, bitch. or whatever you're saying. Now this the neighbor asked my mom for a ride. It's not even dark yet. But anyways, the point here is that you guys are gang stalking me. You are doing way more than gang stalking me. Like, I don't care how crazy I look on YouTube, man. The only people who watch my fucking YouTube are the ones who subscribed. And it's literally the cops, the judges, the FBI, the DEA, the FBI, the DEA, the Internal Affairs Agency, and fucking Interpol, everybody. I'm the one who filed the reports, not Rachel. I never sent nothing to CPS except Israel when I was like, fuck you. Why the fuck do you want to talk to my fucking daughter? My daughter's not Rachel Marl's kid. My daughter lives full-time at her fucking dad's and has since she was 7. She's never been hurt, man. You don't need to talk to my baby girl and traumatize her and ask her some stupid-ass shit just so this motherfucker can get away with that. My son Elijah's not little. He's 22. He loves his mom the most. He's not riding courtier around gangs or whatever. They know who he is, man. It's not even Arizona right now. It's someone in Portland, sort of. Okay, well, it's going to change after the first of the year. All right, I have a Celeste up here. She's above Horns guy right now. She lost her job this morning, I guess, because she can't prove that that's not who it was, except in the brain map department. Why? Why? Because they forgot how to what? Listen to Tiffany's subconscious with our Yui helmet on? You guys are fucking insane. First of all, do you remember that? Right. So was it you guys looking through my camera when the cops came up here to check if I killed myself or not? Or was it Emily calling the cops because she could hear my thought process saying I was going to kill myself or not? Or maybe it was somebody else hearing my subconscious reporting it up here and the cops came up here. Right. So go ahead and come up here and arrest no one at all. Because whoever you're fucking saying is literally somebody in my body or my name that's driving the train virtually and they can jump out. And they're saying that's FBI technology only, but not from here, from a different country. Okay? I'm not guilty of nothing. He is. This motherfucker is gang stalking me. He's ear raping me. Like, I've already told these people in Washington State to press charges on this man. Up here. Clearly, he doesn't know on the ground what he's doing at all. That's why they get away with it. But you're not allowed to gang stalk somebody who got off drugs and moved across the bridge to get the fuck away from you, gang stalker bitch. Whoever the fuck you aren't. He's attached to Anthony Seas. He's attached to Anton Ide. He's attached to LaShawn Clumpett. He's attached to Katrina Hayward. He's attached to fucking Ashley Service. He's attached to Mary Carlos. He's attached to Bootsy who got arrested in prison. He's attached to Jubal. He's attached to everybody over there. And he's also attached to Rachel Morrow up here.
Usually next to 150.
I know, I heard. That's fine.
Yeah, I picked him up once before. It's right down there by Walmart.
No, man, because I'm sick of it. It's one thing to like not be able to get down here and look out of my eyes, right? Because you can't, like the Humfer guy or whatever, because there's already 2 people or 3 people in my actual iStem brainstem, because they put 3 people through my eyes, scanned them in off me, but then they gave me a Sidewinder. And I'm not exactly sure how this works or whatever, but apparently there's only those 3 people or those 3 iStems that can see through my eyes with a split screen, see my computer, my world, and yours at the same time with the whatever helmets and this and that. Yeah, but doesn't matter what it looks like, okay? It doesn't matter what it looks like at this point. It matters whose brain map you're mapping, if they're a real person or not, because that's not a real person on the ground. That's this person up here being train driven by that person with erased brain stems. And then that person jumps out virtually and puts the brain stems of guilt in it from that person doing it in their past, who is not fucking Tiffany, it's someone else. Just so you know, DEA people or whoever you aren't, I talked to you subliminally and out loud 2 or 3 days ago. One of you guys said you were attached to Anthony Seas indefinitely, which is really not him per se. It's the white boy on his head. And well, because they're keeping you alive in here, or maybe it's your job, or maybe it's your connection to me and my billion-dollar company. But either way, you said you had to, like, falsify some documents, or like you had to see it a certain way, or maybe you just had your house door closed. Yeah, but the sentinels up here, they've been sticking up for this one, the human being on the ground. My baby girl, like, if you could see the videos from yesterday, it was so great. There was not the same little bitch in her fucking body that was in her body at church talking shit to me. It was a completely different little girl, like super sweet baby girl, like my baby girl. You know what I mean? She's like, thank you for the presents, mama. Like, so sweet, so quiet, hugged me for a long time. Even when I started to let go, she just kept holding on. And like, I was bawling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so fucking happy, man. And this whole time they're sitting here talking to me, saying Lifeline's fucking lying up here and this and that. Elijah's not calling me because they're blocking it or something else, or they're in Elijah's brain at Elijah Jimenez at fucking Lifeline, who's on a chain too, up here, and like making him forget to call his mom every once in a while or whatever. Or showing us some pictures that aren't fucking real, or whatever they're saying. And then he does call me on Christmas. He's all, what do you mean, mama? He's like, of course I'm going to call you. It's Christmas, mama. He's like, I know you didn't kill nobody, man. What are you talking about, mom? I'll always love you. Like, I never spit dirt on your name, mama. I would never do that. I don't care how mad I was at you. Or lions, and lions survive. Fuck those stupid ass bitches. Like, I'm trying my hardest to fight for my right to be a good person on the ground. You want to be. Because I don't have a car. Yeah, but these people are not allowed in Tiffany Browning's Brainstorms, who's never been in trouble. I'm not Amanda Tessie. I'm not up here doing porn. I'm not any of those people I mentioned earlier. I ran out the door because Deshaun told me he could watch me on a computer looking like somebody different, or from outside looking like somebody different. And the Russian neighbor said he saw me stealing his shit when it wasn't me stealing it. And they said they listed me as somebody who threw a gun away with vitiligo. So I thought it was a SWAT team murder or something different. And it's not just me running, dude. I can't explain it to you because you don't believe me. You can't just drive somebody's train permanently, right? Because it's one person after the other. We're all scared of the same thing when we're in Tiffany's body, man. It's not schizophrenia. If it was, you couldn't do this. Sending this to the DEA, FBI, CIA, and everybody else. Tiffany Brooks Browning was set up by this motherfucker over and over again with the Nike symbol on it. What are you trying to do? Protect the fucking fact that they blamed you for killing Alex when Alex died in real life because of a gay attachment with a wink? He died in a motorcycle accident. Yeah. Oh, the big elaborate hoax. Right. They're sitting there telling me like, oh, Alex didn't really die. They lied to you on Facebook. He's really alive. I'm like, yeah, right. My friends would never do that. Like, that's the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. Who's going to say her fucking perfect baby boy died for life just to fucking, play the game? My friend Chrissy didn't call me to go to the fucking thing because of what they said to Rachel on her fucking Facebook, while they're literally using up her up here as somebody's slut-bunny wife connected to this person and that person, and they're seeing different things, man. They split brainstem with kids illegally. I never said that you could do any of it. I just made the best of it, and now I'm a billionaire up here, and I can't get a penny on the ground to get a car to be able to be a good mom or get an apartment or nothing. You guys are the ones that let A. Gates open that fucking apartment with Tanika to what? Set me up backwards to keep him here to be your Narcville program? You ain't shit if you think Tiffany Brooks Browning, the human being on the ground, is guilty of whatever the fuck you're saying. You're guilty of supporting it. And this motherfucker's too old to have sex, so he's not doing porn. He doesn't care. But this one isn't. And this is the one that got his dick pump fixed because he's attached to Hep C over here, man. You're not even supposed to put skins or electronic bodies on anybody who has anything wrong with them. No STDs, no nothing. But they did on accident and on purpose, because whatever they did to Tiffany's brainstems when they sent me the bodies from a drone or whatever, right? And they already knew they were going to set me up. And I don't even know if they were setting up Tiffany on the ground or Sarah, who's not a mom. But anyway, to get it off them who were parents, like Katrina. Anyway, because they said Sarah was my doppelganger. But the point here is that they knew they were setting me up, or a version thereof. And so they gave me a sidewinder, or whatever they did, told me to look up at the sky and, burning my eyes, and it feels like they're pulling me up or something. I can't explain what happens. But anyways, and they're telling me how to use sidewinder, cock it back, whatever, left wing, right wing, right. And they said, we're pulling you up here to fix it. But then they got disconnected when I went back home to my mom's in Vancouver because they were not allowed to cross the bridge into Vancouver, Washington from Portland. Because it was either from Arizona, Portland, or it was from Portland, man. And I know it's for a fact because Anton Iden then played the fucking game. Dude, LaShawn Clumpett played the game. Amanda Tessie played the game. All these motherfuckers played the fucking game. But Tiffany didn't. Tiffany didn't know about the fucking game. She's just a stupid little bitch who sat in her fucking room doing pokes in her fucking neck, hating her fucking life because she didn't know how to be anything else besides a wife and a mom. But Tiffany was sitting there without her babies in her fucking home because she was doing drugs. Sal left Tiffany for Tony, the red hair person who's a perfect stepmom for her baby girl and who he's still with. And she gets to raise that baby girl every single day with Sal. And Tiffany not there because she doesn't have a fucking car. Because they're too busy giving the money to fucking Taylor and everybody else that they're synergized to on the fucking ground so that they can never say, oh, you know what? I misunderstood. Tiffany's not that person. And they can always do that to me. Underneath them. Because of the fucking sidewinder that they put through me. Because they're sitting there watching porn through their sidewinder while they have sex with a different fucking person that ain't their fucking wife. Is what the UE is saying out of my eyes. By the way, once again, I have 300-something witnesses every day this year. On my YouTube channel. Then why the fuck are they sitting here talking about we pressed charges on Tiffany last night for what they did up here? Right? Right. Yeah, but Tiffany's not up here. That's not Tiffany doing that. That's them up here. And then June 16th, remember when I sent the DEA message about the judges? I was like, they wouldn't let Optimus Prime, my private investigator, and Shelly go up there to stick up for me. Because I can't even, but that's what I'm saying. They're not even 100% sure if they're setting up the actual Tiffany Brooks Browning, the human being on the bed or not. But they do hear her whole fucking name because he's the one that's supposed to pay her. The same one up here fucking bad-mouthing Tiffany Browning on the ground as a human being. But he doesn't even know that Tiffany Brooks Browning lives at Carol's because he's seeing a different one that lives somewhere else, like Amanda Tessie over there. Or maybe he's seen Katrina over there with the Mexican baby dad. But the point is you're not allowed to say my name subliminally in the DEA or the FBI and say I'm guilty of shit in an alternate reality when I'm saying, fuck you. You're not allowed to use my body brain, my ISM codes, anything connected to me, or my fixed UE body, supposedly, to set me to fuck up with it. You can too read its brainstems just like mine. You're going to brain map it to what? What they experienced in here? Exactly. But when you look at her fucking face and be like, so, did you slap him? She'd be like, I didn't. Someone else did. Or she'd be like, no, I didn't. Like, totally like that. But the thing is you can hear her subconscious brain in that body. When you get to the body, you take all the electronic bodies off, right? You don't say, oh, I got to the bottom. I saw Tiffany underneath her on the ground and couldn't get to her. Right, because it's not Tiffany Browning on the ground underneath these motherfuckers that are driving the train of these people up here. It's the one at the bottom. And guess what? It's an erased brainstem body with virtual reality on it. Train driving it through their eyes to do and say what they wanted to do and say. That's why you sit there and you go to question them and you can't. And if you can, well, guess what? You're going to find guilty consciences all over the internet of seeing stuff and thinking it was something different or whatever. But whatever they're seeing is not the truth, is the whole point. And I'm not up there. I said it's illegal for you to use me up here to fucking get arrested and in trouble for what the fuck these motherfuckers are doing just so that motherfucker don't have to give me my money so I can be a good mom to my fucking kids. Because they said if they stick up for Tiffany Browning, they can't stick up for him. Right, I got you because you are me. Right, better be rolling with a real run than what does it say? It's poetry that I wrote. Better recognize the real and realize the fake. Better be rolling with a real one than sliding with a snake. And I got you because you are me. But this was me sticking up for the God's Tower and the God's Man and all these people because they were too off my brainstem. There was no God's Tower. There was no Aces table. There was no nothing. They came down here 3 years ago and told Tiffany, you're feeding our table. You said goodbye to AK. You said goodbye to drugs. You said goodbye to that fucking life. And you changed the game. You gave the game back to the UE. You didn't want the fucking money. And then they sent you the bodies from a drone and gave you a sidewinder. And then they used you as their off-put for everything that didn't go right or wrong or whatever. But they don't know that they're traumatizing a human being down here and that different people are talking out of their mouth and sending virtual reality messages out of their mouth and out of their head because they get erased or deleted or whatever by that person. Celeste is supposed to be the one in charge above Tiffany Brooks Browning killing this person, this dude every day, man, and keep showing a fucking gay man. Because it's hand symbols. I can't explain it. Yeah, well, guess what? Amanda Tessie is the one with virtual reality. And I've never seen Cordier's record or why he went to prison. All I know is what she said. She said something happened. She broke the glass. He shot her in the stomach. So nobody else has virtual reality. And no, I didn't do a virtual reality with her because I didn't want them to steal my ISIM codes. Because when she told me about them, I already had a sidewinder. I already had people talking subliminally in my mind back and forth to them. I was not going to let them use my ISIM codes. As it was, I already had my phone camera covered up on both sides because I watched Anthony Ciaz watch Katrina through his fucking on his phone through her phone while she's working to see if she's cheating on him or not. I'm not this man in my body or this brainstem. This is them. So I'm pressing charges on you again out loud with this person. If you cross the bridge into Washington State again, you piece of fucking shit, and talk shit about Tiffany Brooks Browning on the ground as a human being or Tiffany Brooks Browning in here, you're going to go to jail and lose your license to drive, practice, or carry. And you know what that fucking means. Because you have never brain mapped or listened to Tiffany Browning's subconscious. These people have, though, and they know she's on the ground saying, that's not me doing that in real life on the ground. That's them in here doing porn. Or that's them in here setting me up. Or that's them in here stealing cars from somebody different. Or opening that fucking office as someone else. Or when Tiffany went with Homeboy and he was going to steal her a car, up here they actually did steal a car with Tiffany supposedly. But it wasn't Tiffany in real life. Tiffany hasn't done anything super illegal at all except sell drugs during COVID, man. And it wasn't even super illegal. Just a little bit illegal because it was not hand-to-hand combat outside. And that was a long time ago, like 4 years ago, bro. Well, let me tell you something. I know about the UE helmet that can listen to subconscious brains because I hear you repeating my subconscious thoughts. Yes, so when I'm not talking out loud and I'm reading something, you're saying it up here. Like saying, I didn't mean to say Tiffany Brooks Browning, I'm losing my job in Arizona, which is not actually my subconscious thoughts. It has somebody else attached to my brainstem or else I wouldn't be hearing it. But the problem here is that you guys somewhere else are not listening, because when this little segment rolls up, more people are going to be over here traumatizing Tiffany, all because she's watching this video on private on her YouTube channel, which is, I don't know, I was talking about lesbians and gays are not allowed to be gay and lesbian up here. Because that's what the UE told me from a different country. Yeah, but a lot of these technologies are not from here. And you sure as fuck aren't allowed to set up an innocent mom who got off drugs to be a better mom after you guys in Portland illegally had a helmet on her listening to her for the Game of Thrones. So that you could protect Anthony Ciaz and his porn industry. Being 3 different fucking people. Any fucking ways, dude. I'm not fucking crazy. Okay, yeah. Oh, did you see the CPS report sent from my Tiffany, the Goddess of Word and Wisdom one? Right, I had that one for 1 day and they took it off my computer and changed the password. They've changed every single Facebook I've had, every single password I've had for a long time, since the first month I lived at Cora Street. Because the people there, LaShawn, Anthony Ciaz, and Bo, took my phone and put me in as administrative assistant, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But even before that, AK had his DEA earphone on me, or else I wouldn't have been hearing certain things from other people that aren't with me. You women, bitch-ass cops. If you don't fucking stand up for Tiffany on the ground, you're going to get sanctioned. I'm sick of it. Nothing, man. Because they're just sitting here acting like people can't drive trains. Bullshit, dude. Yes, they fucking can. But the thing is, they're driving my train to say everything that they say because they're talking about the driving train thing because they're hearing these people up here saying that's not possible. You can't drive trains. Yes, you can. on the ground and up here. But usually it's only for a few seconds. If you have one person attached to you, they may or may not switch into somebody else. Like with Anton, I did Safeway to sit down in there hard as a rock, not wanting to hug Tiffany when they were fucking homies back then. Or Saray at church. Like, I come here a long time ago. You didn't know? Like, being so fucking disrespectful to her mom. When mom's like, I like your hair, sweetie. When did you cut it? And then she goes there to Sal and Tony's. And she's a completely different little girl after Christmas. I mean, you have no idea. It's so fucking illegal. They use baby Soraya, little Soraya up here for Life Force and everything else. They still are. She has either a blue Life Force coming off her or see-through and go somewhere different. You're not that person you are. We're setting her up. You never took the time to come down here and meet Tiffany out front. Any names you want to throw out there at all? Badge numbers? 976-243-1765432 1765432 It's probably not a badge number. It's probably a placement. There's an umbrella sinking with an L on the end of it. Look, man, you were never allowed to make me an Umbrella Bet Corporation London when I'm a human being on the ground. I had no idea what the Umbrella Bet was or what the rules were, they said. Just because I may or may not have filled it up here, because I don't even know what the regulations are, does not mean it does not give you or your voice code the right to disrespect me or let your people disrespect me. If it's even you, it might be the other person. Because it's somebody else saying it out of my mouth, seeing your people disrespect the Ashley service or someone different. No, they have never given Tiffany money on the ground at all. I'm literally pissing blood again. My mom's kidneys were fixed. Thank you. I love you guys for that one. Yeah, but my scabs and my shit's getting worse up here, and I'm getting more and more manically depressed. But it's not just that, I'm getting more and more exhausted. They said I have complete organ failure and that I have holes in my either kidneys or liver somehow, mechanically up here. But I don't really know if that's 100% true or not. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go to the doctor and hear them say that to me. Because then it'll solidify it. Because I just keep saying I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. You know what I mean? Because this is illegal. Like, I was perfectly healthy when I got off drugs. I mean, my liver probably wasn't great because I did drink, but my kidneys were not bad at all. Not at all. But for some reason, kidney is somebody different. Anyway. Well, if you don't like me watching my private videos that are talking shit about people up in the echelon, then maybe you should stick up for the woman who put you on your fucking throne and gave you permissions to be up there. Because Tiffany Rich Browning does not tell on people. She's not a rat. She's not a narc or a paid informant. And she doesn't hurt people. She doesn't disrespect people in their earphones and come down and talk to fucking Noah and be like, I know you did this. Da, 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 da. Just to make him not want to stick up for Tiffany or Tanika or Katrina or whoever it is whose bodies he's holding up here, who were disrespected, connected to somebody else, man, up here. Not on the ground where the humans are. This is your fault, not mine. I asked the CIA to disconnect me from Katrina and all these people who play the fucking game with their CPS bullshit. And it was to Anthony Sears who came here. He's like, yeah, I'm working on Credit Protection Services, which I think is Brandon Skinner's credit card company. But the UE in my head says CPS. Because of whoever's on my head or whoever's on his head. Looking inappropriate, like beating kids or whatever they're saying, man. Probably Scrappy beating his girl up and them seeing kids getting beat up. Right. Was it mom's frame for child abuse? Right. Did they rip her up from a different element and then see the little girl pop out of her belly over here with a bruise? Okay, I got stung in the eye once on the ground, and they see 4 other people fell into my body, stinging me 4 more times in my eye. I mean, I didn't have 4 more stings, but it felt like it. Well, guess what? when I would smoke for life force loss last year or whatever was happening, I would have to sit here for the next 2 hours with these people on my body going, I'm sorry, it was for brain cancer. Because not only are they reading mouths or whatever and seeing it as a UE membership, supposedly, it looks like they're all doing it or it happens synergically. So next thing you know, they're all smoking too and they didn't mean to. And they're losing their kids, they're losing their housing. 6 months, again, off the no hope dope. And it's your guys' fault that I did that in the first place with Mandy and Katrina because you didn't give me my money for a car to go do something different, like go camping or see my daughter or go see Ema or get a car or anything else besides being trapped here at my fucking mom's house with no car. You guys made Anthony C. ruin my BMW X5 over there. That's why Callahan told them to give me money for my BMW X5 on the ground, but instead they gave it to fucking Taylor. And when I called AK out about it, he steals my fucking laptop, he steals my fucking phone, and he makes me go to fucking Portland, Oregon over there in an Uber to get it back. And I have to do that one thing to get it back. And he still doesn't leave me the car because I wouldn't have sex with him if I knew our vows. He was never my fucking husband. He was never my fucking boyfriend. I don't play the fucking game. Fuck you. He did not hurt my fucking family. I don't even know in real life if he really hurt anybody or if that's just what they do. They just make it look like that so they can run him up here or there. Responding to Nico. Nico is not allowed to be used because not only is he black, but he has kids too. All right, I know we kind of sort of played the game with Mandy a long time ago, but you're not allowed to use him or his name code at all, okay? Because not only are you guys racist, but it's not really him in here. Just like it's not really Anthony C. in here or Antonide either. Stay the fuck out of the names that match. Stop putting people in collaborations like, oh, well, they all did Blues Clues over here, so let's put Robbie and Anton and Ashley Service in the Blues Clues department and then say that that's Tiffany over there with them doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not a ex-heroin addict, man. I would never give sexual favors to get my drugs. I'm not even on drugs, man. So stop saying I'm those people that you're talking about. You're gonna lose your job, sir, ma'am, pretending to be a guy over there.